Hello, Steve Arts 89. I've been trying to get through a lot of my old sci-fi films that I've been hoarding for a while. This film, Flight to Mars, I know they called it Mission to Mars, which is a newer film. Flight to Mars was done in 1951. It was very interesting. It didn't feel anywhere near as modern as the film I watched like an hour before it. Basically, they just decided to fly to Mars. And there's no science here. It's just all fun. It's all fantasy. Basically, they get to Mars, and like these guys are just wearing like regular flight outfits, like they're like pilots in like World War II planes or something. And they just get on the planet, and you can breathe on the planet, and it's all cool. They're just walking around in their flight gear. It's just it's something. And the landscapes and that are pretty good. They do a good job of showing Mars, looking interesting. They get there, and the planet, of course, is colonized by people. They're very advanced, but they are running out of their energy source, and they need Earth's help. So they have to go to Earth, and they need their help. They need the shuttle and their technology and everything. So they basically say, okay, let's just repair your ship and send you off back to Earth, and you can help us with our problems and all that. So that's all cool. Then we find out that these guys don't trust the Earthlings to actually help them. So they're instead going to let them repair their ship and then capture them and use their technology, basically. So it's all very, funny, the way these people are just walking in and out of meetings, and they're just sort of behind their backs just saying, well, we're going to do this. It's really fun, and probably the best part is the Martian fashion. The women, of course, are wearing little like mini outfits, and the men are wearing pants, but they're not quite like tights or leggings, but they kind of have that look with high black boots, and they've got these long black jackets which come across, but they've also got the little collars and everything, and it's very 1950s sci-fi. It's a lot of fun, and some of them actually look kind of sexy. It's odd that I was looking at that way, but I was. And it's just a lot of fun. One of the aliens, one of the Martians, starts to fall in love with one of the men, of course, and wants to leave with them. And they try and set it up because they become aware that the Martians are going to like take the ship. So they stretch out repairing the ship so they can basically launch without them knowing and get away. But of course, lots of dramas, various plots and things happen, and eventually they escape. They live happily ever after. It's all good, but it was fun. I think the highlight was the outfits and just the way they're just like hanging out on this planet, working on the ship and that, and it's just like at least like they're aliens, but it's just like they're just Earthlings. Like, did Earthlings colonize the planet at some point? It's just surreal. Some of these older films they're so much fun because they're just wanting to create a fun experience and fantasy, and they're not really trying to be realistic on any real level. I mean, they want to be believable, but not to the detriment of it actually being any fun. And there's a lot to be said for the science fiction films of the day that actually did take it seriously and you can actually really believe in. But also the opposite side is once you just say, okay, they're walking on Mars, in like just flight outfits, just like they just got off a plane, you can enjoy them just as much. I'm really, really enjoying these films. I've watched a few, vintage sci-fi films over the years, but usually the really good, reputable ones. Not the just over-the-top ridiculous, let's just have fun because this is a sci-fi movie ones. They're just, it's like if you've watched Star Trek Voyager, like the Captain Proton stuff, it's almost on that level, but not quite. But there is that level of just adventure and fun to it, and I feel I'm being repetitive, but I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Flight to Mars if you've seen it, and it is a thing to behold.